Hey guys, how's it going? Ryan here with LA Guitar Repair in the back room of the semi-world-renowned Imperial Vintage Guitars. We are talking about the 5 steps to set up your guitar. Last time was step 1, which is adjusting the truss rod and straightening your neck. Step 2 is adjusting the bridge and the saddles. So today we're using a 1966 Fender Stratocaster with a floating style Strat bridge. There are all different kinds of bridges, from Telecaster with the 3 barrels. We have the Gibson ABR that goes on Les Pauls, and we have different kinds of bridges like that would go on a Jazzmaster and a Jaguar that everybody hates, of course. So, but today is a Stratocaster, and we're going to set it up to spec, which is 4/64 on the treble side to 6/64 on the bass side. We start by setting up the height on the 2 outside strings, so the high E and the low E. And that is because we're going to radius them after this. So once again, to spec, and when setting up a guitar, you always want to talk to the player and find out what they want to do, how they play the guitar, what style of music they play on it. You know, this is a kind of generic setup. It's important to recognize that people like their action set up high, set up low, with big strings, with small strings. It all affects everything. So each player is very, very different. But once again, for our purposes here today, we're just going to do it to spec. So let's check it right now. We're a little bit high on the high E, actually a little bit low on the low E. So let's lower the high E. We're at about 6/64. So we're going to bring it down to just about 4. I can see the saddle kind of crooked here anyway, so that is why. Straighten that out. That should bring us down the right amount. And there we are, 4 on the nose. And then up to the low E, we're going to pump that up just a little bit right here. Even that saddle out. Double check it. And right where we want. So let's tune it up to pitch. Now we're going to check those outside strings for any kind of buzzing. The high E, you always want to get some good bends in there. And once again, some player may tell you that he doesn't bend the guitar at all, and you can get it much lower. Some guy may be doing 2 full step bends, and he's going to have to deal with a little bit higher action. The low E. Good to go. Now, since we have our 2 outside strings set, we are going to now radius the rest of the saddles matching that. So I have and once again, this is a 7.25 inch radius fretboard. I have a matching under the string radius gauge. I'm going to slide it under the strings down by the saddles right there. Check out where we're at. So the main thing I'm saying needs to happen is these middle saddles on the G and the D string need to come up a little bit so we can match that radius. Just a little bit. Right there. That should do it, actually. This was an easy one. I guess the B string now. We can even that out. That actually needs to come down a little bit. So now when I'm looking down the neck here, I see the saddles are going in a nice curve, and if you turn the guitar around, you can see that same curve on the end of the fretboard here. So once again, we're going to tune it back up. And we're open for business. The phone is ringing. Hopefully someone answers it. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Oh, there it goes. All right. Now, once again, we're going to check. No buzzing, nice low action on this nice Strat. 4, up to just under 664. It's actually right around a 5. And that is your spec action on a Fender Stratocaster. So there we have it. That is step 2 out of the 5 steps of setting up your guitar. Step 3 is going to be assessing the nut, and then 4 will be down at the intonation, and then the last one will be adjusting the pickup height when it's plugged in. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.